Hi. Many consumers believe there's a housing bubble beginning to form. That feeling is understandable as year-over-year home price appreciation is still in the double digits, but this market is very different than it was during the housing crash 15 years ago. First, houses are not unaffordable like they were during the housing boom. The affordability formula has three components: the price of the home, the income earned by the purchaser, and the mortgage rate available at the time. 15 years ago, prices were high, wages were low, and mortgage rates were over 6%. Today, prices are still high. Wages, however, have increased, and the mortgage rate, even after the recent spike, is still well below 6%. That means the average purchaser today pays less of their monthly income toward their mortgage payment than they did back then. Affordability isn't as strong as it was last year, but it's much better than it was during the boom. Second, during the housing bubble, it was much easier to get a mortgage than it is today. Credit agencies consider consumers with credit delinquencies, account rejections, and little credit history as subprime borrowers due to their high credit risk. Buyers can still qualify for a mortgage with a low credit score, but they're considered riskier borrowers. Mortgage standards are nothing like they were last time, as buyers that acquired a mortgage over the last decade are much more qualified. 3, the foreclosure situation is nothing like it was during the crash. The most obvious difference is the number of homeowners that were facing foreclosure after the housing bubble. There's no doubt the 2020 and 21 numbers are impacted by the forbearance program, but most of these homeowners will be able to work out a repayment plan with their banks. Prices have risen nicely over the last few years, leading to over 40% of homes in the country having more than 50% equity. But homeowners have not been tapping into that money like the last time. And 4, we don't have a surplus of homes on the market like before. We have a shortage. The supply of inventory needed to sustain a normal real estate market is about 6 months. Anything more than that is an overabundance, causing prices to depreciate. Anything less than that is a shortage and will lead to continued price appreciation. There were too many homes for sale from 2007 to 10, and that caused prices to tumble. Today, there's a shortage of inventory, which is causing the acceleration in home values to continue. Bottom line, if you're worried that we're making the same mistakes that led to the housing crash, let's connect to help alleviate your concerns. See you next time.